Hi guys, welcome back. Chris Lindsay with Go to Sleep Critter Control. I posted a video the other day requesting some help with a hard animal that's going to be hard to catch. He's trap smart, he won't go under the fence, he jumps over the fence, huge canine, possibly a large coyote, it could be a wolf. If it is a wolf, I'm going to have DNR come pick it up and take it and release it wherever the hell they want it, because we're not allowed to kill them in Utah. But I've got this beef haunch, so I'm going to cut into some chunks, drag some chunks of it around to get the scent out there real good, because in the state of Utah we're not allowed to use this as bait if we're catching an eagle or a large bird, so we have to have it buried or have to have it in chunks smaller than 1 inch. And that's a rotten calf leg. I'm not going to cut it up into chunks smaller than 1 inch. It's going to take every ounce of stomach that I've got not to puke cutting it into strips. Okay, so I've got here 2 4-coiled Bridger number 3s that are dogless. I love the dogless style. And I've also got 2 Duke number 4s. These are dyed, but they're not waxed. And as you can see, I need to wax them because they're rusting further. I should have neutralized them in baking soda. I hear people talking about they'd rather use a number 4 than a number 3. They won't use nothing smaller than a number 4. But I'll tell you this, idiots. A Bridger number 3 and a Duke number 4, they have the exact same size jaw spread. Well, I've got this post that I'm going to dig in the ground a little way. I got a really short one because my back's messed up and I can't dig shouldn't even be digging at all. But I got this really small shovel. It's like a gardening trowel that I'm going to use to dig my post in with, so it ain't going to be dug in there very deep. I'm going to set some small rocks around it to hold it up, but I'm going to hang this trail cam from it because I'm anxious to see what it is, even if it don't bite my sets, because it's shown that it's a very smart animal. So I'm going to get everything set up. I'm going to get a couple traps put in, bedded down, and get ready to bait them, and I'll bring you guys back before I cover them up. Okay guys, one thing you will notice about this set is I really wasn't too careful about what I put around it. I picked this set up not too long ago. I can't remember what the dude's name was on the channel. I'll have to go back through my videos and see what one I watched where I seen this on. But it looked like a damn good set. Okay, and what I've heard it called the step down dirt hole set. I've heard it called the trench set. I call it a trench set for the obvious reason of the trench. Okay, but what I've got right here, this is my trap bed. Bridger dogless number 3. Let me move my fat head so you can see it in the sunlight. 15-inch earth anchor, the Ensemble brand cable anchors. I love these things. I haven't had anything pull one out yet, and I actually have been able to pull very few of them out when I'm trying to retrieve them because I'm a tight ass. But this is how I dig my bed. I don't know if you guys can see really well, but I've got another about a 3-inch hole right here that goes down about 2 inches. I use that to put my chain in because I've had problems with my chain making my trap not sit level. Okay, and I got this really good clay, really sandy stuff on top of good clay, so I can dig a real tight trap bed. My trap fits in there really well. I brought you guys back before I anchored it so you guys can see that little pit that I dig in the bottom. See, my trap bed's nice and tight. It looks loose over here, but it's just because of the shadow. You know what I mean? It's pretty tight up to it. So the only thing that's going to be able to move when I get done packing it all down and all that's my kill zone. Okay, I'm gonna bed this in, cover it up, bait it. I'll get back with you guys when I'm done with it. Okay guys, so here's this set completely done. I've got meat down in the bottom of it. I threw a little bit of dirt on top of them just to help keep the ants off of it. Put a couple a little shrub right here. Take you guys over here to what I've got, my second one. And as you can see, they're only about 15 feet apart. You know what I mean? I've just see what's going on down here, so we're doing that. 4-wheeler tracks all down through here, but what I've noticed so far is they didn't really shy away from that too much. Okay. I've got this trap all but covered up now. As you can see, I got my bait down in there. I've actually got it nailed into the bottom with a piece of this shit here. It's for fence line, it keeps your strands of barbed wire separate. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll just break a piece of it off. Built a little staple, a long staple, and staple down into there. I got this trap bedded down real nice. This is Duke number 4 right here, 4-coiled. And then over there I have a Bridger number 3 dogless. It's 4-coiled also. I believe God gave us 4-coiled traps for us to use all 4 of them. They come up out of this dirt real good, whether it's frozen, whether it's muddy. And then see, all I'll do, I don't want to use that because it's got too much of the clumps in it. So I'll just break up, get some real light dust spackling over that. Sorry if that wasn't on the camera. Apologize, guys. I'm amateur. I'm not YouTube famous. I'm trying for it. Down in the hole. A little bit more on top of that there dog. And I don't put a whole lot of covering on them. And if people are cringing at me tapping on my pan like this, you need to. If people are cringing at me tapping on my pan like this here, you need to get a trap tester and start testing your pan tension, because you should be able to touch your pan without being scared of it. Okay, and that's that set there. I've got a bit of a bowl in here that you can, now that I look at it on the camera, you can kind of see it. I'll make a couple little notches out of it, so it looks even. And I've noticed that even if you have a couple little lines in it, that's all for the better, because the lines make it look like actual claw tracks or something, you know, digging in it. So there we go, there's that one. Hopefully we'll come out here tomorrow and have us coyote. Now where I'm at, this is right by where that dog come through the other day, the real big one where it jumped the fence. And I've actually, looking at it right now, it looks like there might be a belly rub under it since it's been dry. There is a dry track right there. It's been touched since then, but oh, found out what that is right here. How good you guys can see that? That's a baby deer. That's the main reason why people told me to set blind sets on both sides of the fence right here. But you know what? I get so many deer walking my fence line, and I've already got lucky releasing one deer and didn't get kicked in the head. I don't think I'm going to try that. So that's why I haven't done that. But you can follow that dog's tracks right there. You see him deep in the mud. Comes right up to here, goofs off for a second, turns right to this way, digs in this mound just a little bit, just continues on, goofing on. He lopes out through there and out there through the brush, cuts across up there. I've tracked him as far as I can track him on my own land. But I think I'm going to come in and set right here, set a little dirt hole right where he was digging at. You know what I mean? Use his foot tracks as maybe something else, some visual for something else. Something else might come in through here and see that. Might catch that one. You know what I mean? We've got so many cows out here calving. Just the smell of them is just all over. I can smell them from here. So I'll get back with you guys. Okay, guys. So I've finished up with my sets for the day. What I'm doing. I come up on this one. This is actually the last one I set. Looking around for another place for a backing that I could set another dirt hole. I found this here. Don't know how good you guys can see on camera, but there's some really old coyote shit from the size of it. And then there's some newer red fox shit, it looks like. And it's easier. I know this is from down in our fields, because I'm in my field for one, but for two, they're fresh. You can tell by the color of it, and you can see both white and black fur in there. And I don't know how often you guys watch my channel, but it seems like I catch nothing but skunks. So that's skunk fur from down here in my fields. Okay, and I've just put a little bit of a backing in here, not too much, just to get them to walk up to the angle that I want where I've got my trap set. That's a Bridger or Duke number 4 standard trap, 4 coiled. This one over here I just did right on top of where that dog was digging. Put a little bit of cow shit on top of it just so it looks like someone was thrashing around in there. And I just put my normal dirt hole that I usually use. It's a trick I learned from that old boy on Coon Creek Outdoors. I don't know if you can see it in there because of the light shining from behind it or whatever, but I got about an 1.5 to 2 inch pipe that's cut sharp on one angle, and I just beat it down into there about 18 inches and yank it out. And I crammed a piece of that beef in there. And normally down here when I set sets, all my sets are really, really skunky smelling. This time I didn't use any skunk. I hope that might be a little different. I've got red fox piss on this one. On the toilet set that I set right there, I've got red fox and coyote piss on it. This one I sprayed a little bit of red fox by it. You can see the beef in that. So I'm gonna have to throw some dirt down in there on it, because in Utah we're not allowed to use exposed bait. But and it'll keep the flies off of it too, keep the maggots off of it. So there, that's covered up now. And this one over here, I've got red fox piss on it too, and it's not exposed at all. I've buried it in pretty good. I've got my trail camera right here on this little post. I know my night vision on this trail camera, it's a stealth cam, so it's got about a 60-foot night vision. I know it'll cover these first 3. I don't know that it'll cover that end one, but as you can see, I've got them all really close together. Some people say that you shouldn't set that many sets in that much of a location, but I don't know. I think it'll work. And if it don't, oh well. As long as one of them connects, I'm good with that. The other 3 may be wasted right here, but who cares? And then over here, as a visual, it's just something to get them into the area. I've got just this leg that I peeled off. It's just a Holstein calf leg that I've peeled all the meat off of it. Left some fur dangling from it, and it's way more than, as you can see, it's way more than my state's legal 30 foot. And you're not allowed to set, in Utah, you're not allowed to set traps within 30 foot of exposed bait. So I see some of them like Abe Drager, he does them lynx pins up in Canada, But we wouldn't be able to do that down here, way against our state laws. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my trail camera here dialed in to the setting I want it on, and then I'm gonna wrap it up and leave from here. You guys have a good one.